Hey, what's up? On this video, I wanted to give a real practical video explaining how to get your first buy-to-let property investment. The thing is, we're getting people watching my videos, we're getting people come onto my 2-day property investors crash course. They're finding fantastic property deals and they're like, great, how do I buy it? What do I actually do? What are the ABC steps? So let me go through that on this video. I hope this is super helpful. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're enjoying this video or these videos. Also subscribe as well, I'd really appreciate that. So what's gonna happen is, you're gonna first find the deal. You're gonna find the property probably on Rightmove, assuming it's through an agent. You're gonna go and view it. You're gonna work out the numbers. You're gonna work out the return on investment. You're gonna check that it's a good investment property. Buy low, rent high with a property manager nearby. I've done other videos explaining this. If you want the property, if you're interested in securing the deal, ring up the agent and put in your offer. Now, before I ever put in an offer, I always try and get an idea of what the landlord or the seller will actually want. So if it's on for £100,000, I'm not just gonna ring up and go, I'll give you £100,000. I'm gonna ring up and say, I'm interested, I like the house. I don't wanna put in a real cheeky offer, but I am an investor, so I'm looking to get, a bit of a deal. What might they accept? And sometimes they'll just say, you need to put in your offer, we cannot give you a figure. Start embarrassingly low, I've done this on other videos, and put in your offer. Now, as soon as the offer is accepted, as soon as they've said, yes, they'll accept that, and it's very easy to get to that point. The estate agent is gonna need 5 things from you, so you might wanna start getting these ready now before you even go out and view properties. This is what you're gonna need. First thing is they're gonna need your photo ID, so it's gonna be a passport or a driver's license to know that you're a real person. Secondly, they're gonna need your proof of address, which will be a council tax bill, maybe a utility bill or a bank statement that shows your address in the last 3 months. That's easy peasy. Next, they're gonna need to see your proof of deposit. So if the property is £100,000, your deposit is typically gonna be about £25,000. So they're gonna need to do a screenshot of your bank. It's gonna need to show your name, and it's gonna need to show the amount of money that's enough to cover the deposit on this house. They're gonna need a screenshot of that. Next, they're gonna need to know that you can finance the rest. Now, if it's buy-to-let, here's the cool thing. Buy-to-let mortgages are very easy to get, and sometimes people think, because they maybe have only got experience of owning their own home and not owning a buy-to-let, they think that in order to get a buy-to-let property, they're gonna need to be on a certain amount of earnings, they're gonna need to be really good financially, they're gonna need to be in a good, well-paid job, yada, yada, yada. That's not necessarily the case, because when you're financing a buy-to-let property, i.e. one that you're buying to rent out, the property should be able to finance itself because you're renting it out. So you'll find it's quite easy to get a mortgage on a basic buy-to-let property, even if you aren't in a well-paid job, even if you're self-employed earning £5,000 a year, you should still be able to get a buy-to-let mortgage if the property can clearly demonstrate that it will pay for itself, which is very easy to do. If you've been on my crash course, you'll be able to find houses like that all the time. Getting a decision in principle should be as easy as ringing up a good mortgage broker and spending 15 minutes max on the phone. He should be able to give you a decision in principle, which is all the agent is gonna need in order to then take the property off the market once your offer's been on. So you're gonna need a decision in principle from a mortgage broker. Now, if you don't know a mortgage broker and you haven't been to my training programs and you're brand new and you're just starting out, there's nothing wrong with using the estate agent's in-house mortgage broker. They'll usually have an in-house mortgage advisor. In fact, there's an advantage to doing that in a way, because that means that the estate agent, you've got an opportunity to go into their office, have coffee with them, let them get you the mortgage. That's the advantage. It's good for building rapport. Now, the disadvantage is usually if you get a mortgage through an estate agency in-house, the rates might not quite be as good because they haven't got as many lenders to choose from. They're usually more limited than a free independent mortgage broker could be, but that's something you're gonna need. It's very easy to get, so just get yourself a decision in principle. Lastly is, who's gonna be your solicitor? Again, they will sometimes do this in-house, no problem using their solicitor. I would just recommend speak to someone who's an experienced property investor and just ask them who they would recommend, because solicitors tend to be either really, really slow or they just don't do anything at all. Having a good solicitor is good, but you need to give the estate agent your solicitor details. Now, you can always change solicitors, so don't be like, oh my gosh, I need to give the solicitor that I'm gonna definitely use and that I'm gonna be married to forever and use for every property. No, just give them a solicitor. Speak to a solicitor, give them a solicitor. You can always change it. Those are the 5 things you're gonna need. Once you've given those to the estate agent will take the property off the market, and then the estate agent will then liaise with your mortgage advisor who's financing the deal and your solicitor, and they'll do everything. And all you need to do is just phone them up every couple of weeks and say, how's it going? Don't chase them and be a dick. Don't be like, hurry up, what's going on? I'm paying you to, no, because then they'll just be annoyed with you. Ring them up regularly and say, is there anything I can do to speed this up? Can I do anything? Here's the thing, when you're investing in property, when you do your first buy-to-let property, typically it will take 2 to 4 months for the house to go through before you view it and you get the keys, which is an awfully long time. Here's my rule of thumb. When the ball is in your court, i.e. you need to sign something or you need to send off a bank statement or show your proof of ID or whatever, when the ball's in your court, get it out fast. But when the ball is in other people's court, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient, because if you get super impatient, you're gonna annoy everybody. Welcome to the game of property investing. It takes time. So hope that's been helpful. Please do smash that like button if that was really useful. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and put your comments below. I'll try and read every single one. Peace out, I'll see you next time.